Hello and welcome to Gamer Talks. I'm Busta and this is June's podcast. Unfortunately, we are a few of the boys down and it's just me and the boss man, Mikey.
Yes, hello everybody. Thank you for tuning in to the two of us. Like
Yes.
Johnny said, we're a little bit light on numbers this month. Nick's currently in Edinburgh with his new flame, shall we say?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Doug's with his old folks having dinner because that's, he's a nice boy doing that.
You got to look after your old folks.
Yeah, you've got to go and see them, spend time with them, take care of them. So he's doing
Mhm.
that, and then Andy's his final essay is due out on Tuesday, so he's on crunch time, like proper game crunch time.
So he's up to his eyes and books.
Pretty much,
So
yeah.
good luck with that. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll try to keep this as entertaining and as knowledgeable as we can because if it's not a game that interests me, I don't really know much about them. But Mikey's here to keep us right. So, what you been playing, Mikey?
I mean, nothing too exciting to a lot of the listeners. 2 Point Museum, obviously, I've been playing a bit of that recently
Yeah,
because
yeah, and
that's kind of my favourite thing at the moment. It's one of those games that I drift into and out of, like a lot of things.
yeah, yeah. We've talked at length on it. You can name people and the folk that join your Twitch can be in it,
Yeah,
can't
it's
they?
quite cool. It's got an interactivity thing in that. Wait.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anything else, Mikey?
I've been playing Anna 117 a lot the last week or two.
Yeah. So no favourites basically.
Yeah, I got Anna 117 back on release in November, if you remember
Mhm.
rightly.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I played it on release and I thought it was really good, really enjoyed it. I love those type of games. So for people who don't know, Anna's basically an RTS game, but in an RTS game like Age of Empires or something, it's got a bit more combat in it. Not a lot, but a bit. Whereas Anno's a lot more sort of about developing your economy and upgrading your people and stuff like that. So it's got less combat, less kind of gore and pressure, and in it. There's still some, but it's just not as much. And I quite enjoy that style of gameplay. It's a bit more relaxed. It's a lot more focused on where you put things and production chains and so on. I really enjoy that. So that's what that was. So I got a release, and again, kind of dropping it out of it in the last week or two. We played loads of that because, yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Yeah, you love the games, and obviously you can catch Mike here on the Game of Talk stream or on the Geographic Cactus channel on Twitch.
Yeah, sort of dovetail between the two. So basically, what I've been doing the last couple of weeks is the 2 Point Museum has been on the Game of Talks one because that's where the interactive panel thing is.
Mhm.
And then if I'm playing Anno, I do that on my own one because that's just a plain stream, if you know what I mean. So I've kind of been going between the two, and it just however I feel at the time.
Yeah.
And then the only other one that I want to mention, Johnny, if you remember, do you remember Hurling? A few months ago, me and I think it was Andy chatting about something Hurling. So it's from
Maybe.
it's from the developer of, is it like Far the Lone Sails or something? It's
Hmm.
a little narrative adventure game. In this one, it's about walking through a sort of dystopian town wilderness, and you end up climbing a mountain. And along the way, you pick up a selection of they're not cows, but they're kind of like cows. They've got a name. I can't remember what it is. Anyway, so I was playing that, really enjoying it. I got to the second chapter. There's like a fire pit where you save the game, um, and the game just started being really difficult and ran shy and just basically became unplayable, and I just put it aside. And it was a real shame because I was really enjoying it, but it was just terrible. And I looked it up, and apparently the issues with bigger graphics cards like mine are a common problem. So it's not my fault. It's the game's fault. But yeah, that's
Blame the game. Blame the game. Yeah.
well. I mean, I don't want to, but apparently it's something they haven't addressed, and it's like, well, if you don't listen, then I can't give you any leeway. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I want to give the devs the benefit of the doubt, but I mean, the game's been out a while now, and they've had feedback, they've had time to adjust things, they've done patches, they haven't fixed the problems, there's other issues, and it's like, if you're not going to listen to people and work on it and communicate with us, then I can't give you any leeway or feedback or,
Yeah.
so.
Definitely.
It's like we keep saying don't be bad to the devs, but then it goes both ways.
No, the devs have totally got to listen to their fan base if they want to keep their game going, eh?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like you need to listen or communicate or all those things. If you don't do that, then you can't really ask us to be nice if you're going to ignore us all. You know what I mean? It goes both ways. So
I think the key for developers is sieving through the BS, because you know what us gamers are like. We can be a bit whiny.
there is a lot of shit.
And you've got to shovel through the shit. And
Yeah.
some of the gamers, I mean, I've seen forums and I've came up with great ideas for various for the games that I was looking at, and they just didn't listen. Or they do listen and they improve the game. So it does happen, So.
I mean, I do. I know I keep mentioning it, but City Skylines 2, the sort of development cycle, if you want to call it that, I kind of find that an interesting case study in, developers listening, not listening, whatever. Because obviously they made the first game and it was a big hit and everybody got it, including me, I loved it. And then they kind of made a second one eventually and we all thought, this is going to be great, they're going to put in the DLC from the old one, they're going to update things, it's going to be lovely. And then they released it and it wasn't really any of those things. And then they listened to fans a bit and they corrected bits and pieces, but it didn't really work that well. They addressed smaller things but not the bigger issues. And Call of Slaughter, who were doing it at the time, actually ended up being stripped of the development. So I think that's like the ultimate punishment.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Because it's like I say, they were doing the smaller things, which is nice. But if you're a fan of a game and you've paid all this money and whatever, you want the bigger things to be addressed, and they didn't do that.
Yeah.
So and I think that was what got them. But now there's a new developer taking over. And I mean, they're communicating a lot better, so that's a good sign. They are actually doing patches. I think there's been once every month so far, which is good.
Yeah, that's a good rate. That's a good rate.
It's looking positive. I know it sounds like a lot of patches and shit, but it's because there's a lot to do. There wasn't just problems with the way it looked or the way it calculated things. There was bits of data missing, problems with pathfinding and camera angles. There was too much fog in the game. It was too dark. It wouldn't save correctly. There was like screen tear. There was lots of what we might call basic issues that had been overlooked.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're addressing all that, people like that. They like to see progress, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah, definitely. And that means you'll stick with the game. If they're communicating, we know about this bug. We're working at a patch for it. We hear that, and we're more than likely going to stay with the game if we like the basic game, eh?
Yeah. Well, that's it. So. It almost works like a loyalty thing, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does. That's what you got to treat. The developers have got to treat the gamers as loyal fans, and you do everything to keep them coming back to your game, especially something like was it City?
The City Skylines, yeah.
City Skylines, which is a game that folk will put hundreds of hours into.
Yeah, like
it's not like a pick up, play the story like a story, and then leave it. But when
Yeah.
it's something online that folk are continuing going back to, that's when the developers need to listen to the gamers saying the fans of the game, you know.
Yeah, and then if you
And no
can't...
listen, and no listen, like, as you know, I'm more a first person shooter. Don't listen to the YouTubers. No,
No.
because the YouTubers just want to date for content, and I'd rather play a game that's well rounded,
Yeah.
you know, and fun to play rather than, oh, we'll cater to the kind that wants to go 31 and, oh, well, sliding and flying off walls and shit like that, you know.
I know.
Are you listening to us, COD? Are you listening to us, COD Activision?
Probably
On that
not,
note,
but
by the
you
way,
know.
I'll just mention Modern Warfare 4's coming out, and seemingly they're going back to being grounded. I
Oh,
think,
were they? Right, okay.
yeah. So it's going back to how Modern Warfare 2019, which
Oh.
in the Call of Duty community was
Mhm.
quite a
More
sore
active.
topic. Some folk liked it. I personally liked it. Other folk didn't.
Yeah,
And it's
okay.
going to be more grounded, and they're saying they're not going to, and they're going to keep all the skins grounded, and they're not going to have this stupid Nicki Minaj and fucking
No, no.
unicorn fucking shit. So
I never really understood why
hopefully,
games did that. Like, I
money,
get, I get people that
money.
are a Nicki Minaj fan like it, but everyone else doesn't really care. Yeah, I think.
It's money. They get 12, 13 year olds pissing their parents to buy these skins and that.
I know it worked the
It's
same with
money.
like Fortnite and The Sims or something, but for everyone else, like me and you,
See,
we don't care.
the thing with Fortnite is Fortnite was already a cartoony based battle royale, right? So
Mm.
graphically it was very cartoony based, so you could do it in that.
Yeah.
But when you're doing something like Call of Duty
Hmm.
and you're marking it as a war game or Battlefield or whatever, you've got to keep it grounded and realistic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just a bit silly, yeah.
Aye, sorry, we went off on a tangent there. But yeah, yeah, definitely.
Was that no the second one already? Because we did the one about devs as well.
Yeah, yeah, we've completely went off topic.
Yeah, we do that quite
Anyway,
a lot. Anyway, what you been up to, Johnny?
unfortunately, I've not had much time on my hands, to be honest
Oh,
with you.
shocking, shocking.
Family life, work life.
Uh,
I get my pro clubs fix on a Friday.
oh,
Right, with the
your
boys
EA
talking
Sports
about
thing, yeah.
developers. Yeah, developers that didn't listen to their fucking fan base. EA, the
Well,
devil fucking publisher. Yeah, but I play it for a bit of banter, and we're having good fun playing it still. So
uh-huh.
it's a shit game, but it's good fun. We're having a good laugh because it's more about the banter.
Mhm, mhm.
Uh,
Sometimes
I've
that's what
done,
you want, though, eh?
yeah, yeah, definitely, and it's just about having fun.
Aye, just
And if you're on the stream on a Friday night, you can tune in the Game of Talk stream on Twitch, but some of the language is a bit colourful.
yeah,
So
no, do you know what? Nobody cares about that. Just come in and say hello.
I come in and say hello, and if we offend you, I apologise.
Yeah, come in and support Busta in his endeavours,
Yeah,
and you know,
yeah.
yeah.
So
I still,
playing that.
I still think that Busta's going to score a bicycle kick yet. I still believe in it.
Yeah, yeah. Right. So for our listeners, with the pro club, I used to be able to score bicycle kicks in all the previous games. This one they've changed it slightly. I don't know why, and I'm trying my hardest, and I just can't seem to get it. But I'm hitting the target more often now, so with a bicycle kick. But nah, I
I
will
mean,
score one.
practice makes perfect and all that stuff, you know.
Exactly, exactly. I've also dabbled a little bit in another EA game, Battlefield
Mhm.
6. They
Oh,
brought out,
okay.
they had a big update and they brought back an old Battlefield 4 map,
Oh
reimagined,
yeah. There's people
called
saying,
Coleman Railway, and it's really good, but Battlefield 6 still got the same problems. It's
oh,
too fast. Too fast. Too
thought
fast.
did you know play the beta or something, the test or whatever?
Yeah, I was in the Battlefield labs,
And
and
you quite liked it, eh?
I liked it, but then for some reason, I think they were listening to YouTubers, and these cunts are
Oh,
skinning around corners and shit, and While it's nowhere near as bad as what the Call of Duty was, it's no Battlefield for me. Maybe I'm just getting too old. The hand-eye coordination isn't there. But aye, thanks. So I played that a little bit. I've not played much yet.
Well,
And then this week I picked up 007 First Light,
well, yeah. So you did.
which is, yes, IO Interactive. I've played just over an hour, which you can find on the YouTube if you're listening to this on Spotify or YouTube's Gamer Talks. If you're on our YouTube, listening to this, check it out. Aye, so I've played an hour and a bit. It's basically the intro. The start bit where you meet Bond, he's an aircraftman and his helicopters crash. And then he gets patched into the radio to MI6, someone at MI6. So he's got to do stuff for them. So it's just basically getting you used to playing and a bit of sneaking, which is kind of like the Hitman. You can distract folk. Like one bit of it, you switch the radio on and you're hiding behind a box and he'll come over and you just smash his head off it. Aye. And then it's a bit like a movie because actually you do that bit and it goes into a song like the movie stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
The song done by Lana Del Rey, and it's like a James Bond movie. And then you interview for MI6. You meet M.
Of course.
And this is where there's been some controversy on the site. Say, I don't know if someone's wrong. Oh, Bond's getting pushed about by a woman, getting told what. Fucking M's been a female since Judi Dench played her in GoldenEye.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
And in real life, in MI6, there was a woman in charge of MI6. It's just fucking cunts causing clickbait, I think. And then you kind of go into a training montage that you actually play through. And then you have quite a cinematic fist fight with one of the other recruits that doesn't like you.
Oh.
And that kind of gave me kind of Uncharted vibes.
Nice, yeah, a bit more action.
So that's as far as I've got just now.
Oh, well, that's enough.
Unfortunately, due to work and had to do stuff around the house and family life.
Just life.
So far, to me, it's Hitman and Uncharted had a baby, and out came 007 First Light.
I mean, that's a good thing.
That's a brilliant thing.
Two good games, and then it's got a world-famous character mixed in as well.
Exactly.
A good recipe, you know.
And I like how they went to like the origin Bond.
Yeah, like an origin story. It sounds quite good to see how people approach that.
Yeah, definitely. It's something that's not been done. I think Amazon should maybe do that because Amazon only write the Bonds. If they're doing a movie, they should maybe do that. Because I love Bond.
Like maybe some kind of origin film or something.
And how do you get Bond for revamp Bond? You do the origin story. You get a young, strong actor to play him, and you could get fucking 10 movies out of that actor. And you could see him progress. Yeah, you could have an interwoven story through it all where you can, thing it is. Like you can all thingy back and connect.
Just everything, just explore his upbringing and where he went to school and just everything, yeah.
The possibilities are maybe not quite that early. What I'm meaning is like him starting his career at MI6.
Oh, right,
and
okay,
then you can start like the Spectre coming in and you can dip and dive in it,
Yeah, I mean, he didn't start as a 00,
Yeah, so that would be good, but I don't know what I think. Anyway, so that's all I've been playing.
Cool. Well, First Light looks like an excellent game. I've watched some other people play it as well. And they were a bit further in than you, and I was just watching them and thought, this looks brilliant, actually, Yeah.
I can't wait to get a proper session on it.
Yeah, like, I will admit, before it came out, I kind of had my doubts about it, because Obviously, outside Hitman, they haven't really done a more actiony game that
Yeah.
we know of, and also because, like I said to you before, you do an origin story, but it's not actually based on anything, so you get that creative freedom, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then you can overthink it and go wrong, so there was a bit of doubt as well. But it looks like they've done a really good job, and the game flows. And as you say, there's lots of little nice bits from Hitman Stealth and that, and then also action sequences.
Yeah, I
Um,
think it's going to be like half sort of like stealth and
mhm.
sneaking about and getting information how to get to the
Aye.
place. And then the latter part of the mission is you get a license to kill and you can just go
And yeah,
gone
more
crazy.
actiony and whatever, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah,
Which is kind of what you want. I mean, action games
yeah,
nowadays are like a huge deal, you know?
yeah, definitely. And Uncharted are some of my favourite games of all time, so
Ah, I know. Big following
yeah,
for them.
yeah.
So it's really
Yeah,
good.
so shall we get into the games for June?
Yes, let's. I mean,
Yeah,
June isn't the busiest month on the calendar, but there's still a
no.
few games worth mentioning anyway. So let's run through
Mhm.
it.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
f- First one, Nick sent me this one the other day. Sadly, can't be with us to talk about it. It's called Fatekeeper. It comes out on the
Yeah,
2nd of June. It's in early access. It's a bit like, it looks a lot like an Elder Scrollsy type thing, but it's not
yeah,
Elder
yeah,
Scrolls, obviously. Or maybe like Avowed or Fable or something. It's a first person, sort of kind of historical combat adventure type thing. That's what it looks like. Um,
yeah. Definitely, it's like a dark fantasy action RPG. Yeah,
yeah, it looks really
yeah,
good, I'll give them that. It is early access, so obviously I'm not expecting a full kind of game at the time. But I would like to try it. I mean, it looks really good.
yeah, yeah. It does. Again, it's not my kind of thing. It's been developed by Paraglaziel, and
Yeah,
it's published by THQ Nordic.
yeah. I can't say I've heard of the developer, but I know we all know who teach you Nordic so.
Yeah, it says gameplay and combat. The game emphasizes grounded tactical combat where position and time and stamina
Mhm.
management are critical. You can seamlessly combine physical weapons, magic, and environmental hazards like ledges or traps to defeat enemies. It's got a deep skill tree as well, so that will give you variety for a variety of playstyles, including pre-melee warriors, hybrid spellcasters, or survivability-focused tank.
Mm.
It's not really a massive open world for what they're saying.
No,
They're
it's
saying it's
more.
more narrative-driven, semi-linear,
Yeah, like
isn't it?
I think it's like was Andy here a few months ago, like an open zone game.
Aye.
You know, there's like zones where you do stuff, but you can't just wander off.
Uh,
Which is
yeah.
it's kind of good because it's like you don't get caught up exploring the whole world like a Crimson Desert or something. You know, you
Yeah.
just get shit done. You know what I mean?
Aye.
And sometimes
Yeah.
that's a
And
good thing.
yeah, and it's got this kind of dark, gritty look to it as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
It
yeah.
looks very thingy. It does. It looks really good. Can't say it's a game for me, but I know Andy or Nick will be all over that, like a fat kid in a sweet shop.
Yeah, I mean, Nick's been not losing, looking for a new sort of ARPG actiony type game to play for the
Mm-hmm.
last few months, and this looks like
That's
it could
true.
be quite good.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
I don't know if it's what
Mhm.
he's looking for, but it certainly looks like it could take him a few hours at least, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Aye. And it's
Um,
supposed to stay in early access for 18 months anyway, so
well, that's good though. That
yeah.
gives the devs plenty of time to like address
Iron
everything.
out the kinks, yeah.
Um,
Yeah, so definitely a nice way to start off June if you're into your ARPGs.
yeah. So, so that's
Yeah.
Fatekeeper, and that's out on the 2nd of June.
Mm.
If you like that.
Yeah.
Right,
Now,
next one. Next
yeah,
one is a remake. This is a remake. This is the remake of Gothic 1. Now,
Mm.
I never played this one. Obviously, I was too young, really. I was a
Yeah,
Borderlands from olders.
I don't actually remember it, to be honest with you.
No, well, I
I really
I
don't.
recognise the name, but not really the game. But yeah, Gothic 1, it's another sort of RPG, dark fantasy kind of RPG game. Um,
Mm.
it's a little bit more open than the Fatekeeper one was. The
Yeah.
original game was 2001, I think, was the original one. I could be wrong.
Mm.
So it's a remake. So it's been a good little while. So it's like 25th anniversary and make a remake, which is kind of nice in a way.
Yeah, yeah, it was a
Um,
2001. Piranha Bytes made it in 2001.
mhm, mhm.
And this one's done by Alchemia Interactive, and again published by THQ Nordic.
I
So
mean, busy publisher, but
they seem to be another ARPG as well.
yeah,
So
a lot of similar styles of game here.
yeah, there
Um,
seems to be
but
a common theme.
there's a lot of people like these types of games, so.
Hmm.
But yeah, another
Yeah,
kind of dark fantasy world action game if you like that. It's a little bit more open, and obviously because the remake, it's more complete.
yeah.
But yeah, it just depends what you like, you know.
I think if you were if you remember the first one and you're a fan of the first one, this will be definitely one for all use.
Yeah,
Again, it looks good. It's available on all consoles, aren't they? Yeah, it looks
yeah, I
like.
know. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think they're going for that kind of following of people that play the first
Hmm.
one, fans, you know. Um,
Yeah, it's again, it's an ARPG, so it's going to be that type of game. It's going to
yeah,
have that
yeah,
dark thing, So
yeah, yeah.
I think if you're a fan of that
Yeah.
ARPGs, that's definitely one to have a wee look at.
Mhm.
You know.
Right, so that's the Gothic 1 remake. That's out on
Yeah.
the 5th of June, if you like that sort of thing. I've got to be honest, I prefer the look of Fatekeeper over that one, but that's just my opinion. So.
Fatekeeper looks better, but then this is a remake, so you know, I think they're constrained with the graphics that they can have on it without losing, obviously, the heart of Gothic in the
A
game.
little
I
bit,
think.
and then they can't really like change it all, you know.
Yeah, it's not a remake. It's not a. It's more like a remaster, you know.
Basically,
It's
it's
not.
not like a new idea or anything. No, no, new
So
game.
yeah, but again, I'm with you. I think Fatekeeper looks better than
The Witch
that one.
Spire.
Yeah, it's the sort
So
of thing I like, you know. But
yeah. Yeah, so the next one on our list is Witchspire, which
yes,
is a handcrafted world of Witchspire, co-op open world witch adventure with you and your friends have been chosen to save corruption from spreading throughout the world, grow your powers, explore a vast world, form bonds with creatures around you, and yeah.
yeah. So this is
Yeah.
like I guess like an ARPG type game where you play a role, you play a witch, that's your role, and obviously you're kind of cleansing the world, like Johnny said, cleansing all the interrupted routes and whatever, corruption and
Yeah.
stuff. And there's bits of base building, there's bits of creature collecting going on. You can
Yeah.
use magic spells and all that stuff. There's quite a lot of different mechanics here. Um, in terms of art style, it's got a similar one to is it like Mika and the Witch's Mountain, I think, or the Witch's Delivery Service, things like that. Little indie games that Johnny's not really into, but I'm sure we've spoken about them before.
It's got that wee cartoony kind of vibe to it.
Yeah, yeah, it looks like a little cartoon. It's quite nice to
Yeah.
watch actually.
No, I'm not
Like
saying
you can
nothing
watch.
wrong with that. I think but it's just, I think it's more catered toward the younger gamers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
No,
know,
well, you can watch someone else play it though, and it'd be like a cartoon, you know.
and it's developed by Envar Games.
Can't
Envar
say I've heard of them.
Studio.
No, no.
I don't know who they've. I'm not sure who they've actually done, but anyway, it's not. It's not someone
No,
I
no,
know a
no,
lot about. You
no.
know. So,
No, it's not really your
but
type of game, but I thought I'd put it in. Uh,
yeah, unfortunately, a lot of June's games aren't my type of games. But
no, I mean, we did discuss this earlier. There's not a lot that's kind of aimed towards your style of play, but well,
yeah,
these things happen.
there's a
You
yeah.
can't. You,
The one time we need the other boys to come on and jig some games up.
I know, and
You
I
know.
know here.
And yeah, but yeah, no, it's very cutesy kind of, and it's a co-op game as well, so you can
Yeah,
get on it with a load of your mates and
it could
play
be
that sort
fun
of thing.
co-op. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely could.
maybe one of you
So
flying about, one of you being the little creature or something would be good, or whatever. So two witches.
yeah,
But yeah, so that's Witchspire. It's another one that's in early access. So there'll be a bit of testing time with that one. That one's out on the 10th June. If you
yeah,
want to play that one. Right,
yeah,
next one is well, I don't quite know how to describe this one. This one's called Spacecraft. Now it's another one that's in early access, or will be when it comes out. Now it's a sort of space-based game that it's got a similar idea to No Man's Sky. It's got bits of harvesting, bits of
yeah,
killing creatures, mining, all that stuff, crafting
yeah.
resources.
And you've got the deep industrial factory
Mm,
automation of games like Satisfactory.
yeah.
So,
So it's
so
like
it's
a
a
nice
planet
mix.
space. Yeah,
The only thing
and
that
so I go.
what I was going to say was the only reason I'm confused is because it says it's an online game. So I'm not sure if that means it's going to kind of become like an MMO or if it's just a server thing or
I think there is some co-op in it.
I mean that could be.
I'm sure that's what I said. You've got a co-op issue where you can go mining.
Yeah, I mean this is
Yeah.
online co-op here, but then it
Hmm.
says MMO as well, so it might be like a PvE thing, player v environment or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
you've got that co-op thing with No Man's Sky, yeah. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so there's lots of like factory building on the planet to mine and that as well. So
Yeah,
yeah,
looks like there's a bit more focus on like production and meeting people and all that stuff. Like No Man's Sky, one of the things I didn't like about it, I admittedly haven't played it for years, but one of the things I didn't like when I played it was that a lot of it you play yourself. Like large parts of the game, there's no people, there's no animals,
yeah,
there's no nothing.
yeah,
And admittedly, this was a while ago, but it looks like these guys are going for the opposite. They're trying to fill the whole world with people, with resources, with creatures, with missions you have to do, all that stuff. You know, you can talk to folk on your radio, whatever. And it just looks like they're going for the same, but also not the same as No Man's Sky, which is quite a
It's
nice thing.
saying here the core loop of the game is you start with a basic ship and a massive corporate debt. To pay it off, you must map out our star systems, land on planets, mine raw minerals, and build a factory conveyor systems to automate your logistics.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you basically got to sort yourself out, sort of thing.
I pretty much, and you got to set up a supply line and all this. So if you're into that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
obviously, I mean, which you kind of like.
Yeah, I mean,
You kind of like that.
it looks kind of good. I'm just looking at the video now, and
Hmm.
like a base build, another base build, obviously Fallout games and things we know about that. Things like
Hmm.
harvesting crops and crafting resources and things can be quite good if it's
Yeah.
done the right way. So, yeah, I quite like
Hmm.
stuff of this. I'd definitely like to try it. Um,
Yeah.
the other thing
Yeah.
that interests me about this one, just kind of tangenting again, is it's made by Shiro Games, who made Northgard, which is the exact opposite of this game. For people that don't know, Northgard is like an RTS based around the sort of Viking culture. Um, And RTS is like the complete opposite of this, which is like a space exploration thing. So yeah, it's interesting. I want to see how they get on with it. You know, it is early access. There is a demo out. I will probably give it a bash because I like these sort of things. And yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
So
So that is coming out when?
that's the 11th of June. No, the 11th of June
11th of June.
for the early
Yeah.
access release.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, next one, and this was another one that Pook sent me, and I really like the look of it, even though I might not play it. It's called Dench Attack. I think that's how you pronounce it, Dench Attack.
Dench Attack.
Yes.
Dench
Now,
Attack.
it's like, it looks like a Hi-Fi Rush game, straight off the bat, but it doesn't play like one. It doesn't play like one, though. It plays like, I mean, Tony Hawk's in a subway car or something.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
really hard to
definitely.
describe.
Flip, trick, and grind your train in a fast-paced, off-the-rails ride through colourful Japanese dystopia, outmatch rival gangs, wreck a shady megacorp, and take back the tracks with nothing but skill, speed, and style. Yeah, so it's kind of. I think it's kind of mixing, like you said, Hi-Fi Rush and Tony Hawk's.
Which I know it sounds ridiculous, but
which are weird Japanese. Where the art style is fucking fantastic.
I know all of it.
It's colourful, it's bright and funny, and
it just looks brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's one that you definitely have to have quick reactions for.
I don't think I'll be playing this one because I don't, but I love to watch other people play it.
Yeah, it's not one for me.
No, it just looks so good, you know.
But I can see why a lot of folk play it.
And it's like
games.
I think part of the appeal as well is that it's one of those games where there's nothing really like it out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like it looks
like it's quite unique.
Yeah, it's quite a fresh idea. It's just I really like it. So basically, you play it's a train carriage. And then
tram carriage, aye.
Yeah, and you control it like a skateboard, so you grind on rails and jump and catch airtime and go up ramps and all that stuff. So that's why we said Tony Hawk's, because that's probably the best.
Tony Hawk's in a special bus.
Yeah, in like a fucking anime Hi-Fi Rush world. Yeah, in Japan.
It's only the Japanese come out beating this. Seriously, it's made by undercoders. They're the treasures of the Aegon, Malmo, Super Pick, and just really anime kind of cartoony kind of.
Yeah, got a vibe going, but doesn't really ring a bell to me though.
Yeah, they've got a game called Congo Master, which is the dance floor falls. Come on time, it's time to conga.
Jesus Christ.
Shake your virtual hits in the arcade back Congo Master.
Fucking hell. That'd be great fun at parties, like.
Yeah, you got
just dance, but it's all
conga line. Yeah, so you can imagine these guys are really out there.
Yeah, they sound really out there with the games. They're a bit they're a bit different, they're a bit fresh, they're a bit wacky, you know.
But
definitely. Sometimes that's a good thing, because you need to take a step back from all the other stuff that's kind of copied each other that's out there, and be like, what can we do to stand out? What can we do differently, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Because ultimately, that's what makes people sit up and pay attention, is what you do differently, what makes you stand out, so kudos to them for doing that and taking a risk. But anyway, so that's
coming the 17th.
Yeah, so that one's Dench Attack.
Dench Attack. You've got to say it right. Dench Attack.
I mean, it's such a strange name. I don't know what Dench mean, tram car or something? I don't know. Japanese, I've no idea. Um,
No, when I first read it, I read it a bit wrong. So,
did you?
yeah,
That's no,
yeah,
yeah, one of those wins that we don't really know. But
mm,
yeah, anyway, it looks excellent. 17th June for that one.
yes, definitely.
Next one is more up your street, Johnny.
Yes, it definitely is. It's Hell Let Loose Vietnam.
Mm.
So it is an upcoming multiplayer tactical first-person shooter set in the Vietnam War, currently in development with English Pseudo Expression Games.
Yeah, they're good.
It's pretty much a null sim basically. I have played Hell Let Loose, and it is more a sim game, and it is brutal. They done a First World War one,
Yeah, I think I remember
uh,
that one. Yeah.
which is really brilliant. And that was free to play, and it got a lot of attention.
All right. Okay. Okay.
It did go free pay at one point, if I remember rightly. Um, yeah, so this game just looks really, really pretty. It's 50 hardcore 50-50 military simulation gameplay.
Yeah, it promises a lot. I saw that.
Yeah,
I think Battlefield
gameplay.
tried that. It didn't really work, but
Mm.
that's just the type of game, I guess. But
Yeah, so you're going into the jungles of Vietnam, which I remember playing Battlefield Bad Company
yeah, the
2,
really old
and
ones, PlayStation 3 or whatever. Yeah.
they had a Vietnam expansion.
All right. Okay. Nice.
So you
Nice.
would drive about in the helicopter, and you'd have painted black by Rolling Stones blazing at it, and
Okay.
it was really good fun.
Wow.
But obviously, this is a bit more along your lines of armor and that, where the shooting is just brutal. You get
Right.
headshotted, and you've really got to play a bit more slower and
Oh,
thingy.
actually.
But I mean, looking at it, it looks like they have nailed like the weaponry. They've got all the weaponry. And you've got bolts with the guns where you're going down the river. It does. It looks brilliant.
Yeah, it looks
Jack
like.
Craggs was raving about it.
Yeah, it looks like they've done a really good
Uh,
job on it. Um,
yeah, no, they definitely have.
I
And
watched it this
it's
morning. Not just the weapon play and the movement and everything, but the environments. You know,
yeah,
it's
it,
it's a little more complex to make an outdoor environment because obviously you've got the water and tracks in the mud and bits of buildings and plants and everything lying around, so it can be more work to do that, even in an engine. But it looks really good. It looks like they've done a really good job.
yeah, it does. It's like they've put a lot of detail into it.
hmm
Obviously, it's four-man squads, and obviously you got the sunlight, and that's hitting quite well as well.
Yeah, they've got a bit of experience from Hell Let Loose. It's a kind
Yeah,
of
definitely.
it's a kind of follow up, but not a follow up because you can play it
Yeah,
on its own sort of thing. Um,
yeah,
I just
and
I don't know.
these
I'm really really impressed by what they've done.
it is, and they constantly upgraded Hell Let Loose and made it better. And I mean, the player count dropped a wee bit, so you were in with bots as well.
Yeah, yeah.
But the movement looks pretty solid. It looks grounded. It's not quite, sliding around corners and shit like that. You really do have to think. All the guns look brilliant. The recoil looks more, a bit more sensible than the recoil you get in like Call of the Battlefield.
Sensible.
Yeah. And yeah, I think this could be thing. Yeah, it's not too expensive. It's coming at 35 quid on the PlayStation.
Yeah, I mean that's
I
pretty
think
good.
PC's a bit cheaper. I think there's there's the same way first person shooter. You have guys my age who hand eye coordination might not be the same as it was 20 years ago. So, we like a bit more slower gameplay. So we don't mind it being a bit more unforgiving as long
Yeah,
as the
yeah,
gameplay's there
yeah.
and you're not sliding. But no doubt folk will fucking cheat on it and have Chrono Zen and that. But work your way to it. So hopefully they've got a good anti-cheat as well. So yeah, it does have a lot of potential, I think.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they support it and keep it going. But it does look really good, so I'm just.
Yeah,
It's off to a good start, I think. Let's leave it at that.
yeah,
So yeah,
definitely.
that one's 18th June. If you want to
Hmm.
play it, impressed by what they've done. Next one is Call R-Type Tactics 1 and 2 Cosmos. Now, I'd never heard of this one until, well, a couple of days ago, but it turns out that this was on the PSP, and then they're bringing it to consoles and PC to, well, keep players playing, I guess. Um,
The name rang a bell. Unfortunately, it is a turn-based strategy as well. That's not my thing,
no,
you know.
I'm just looking at the trailer now. I mean, it doesn't look like something I'd like. I mean, it's all very sort of space, lots of stars and moons and stuff. Um, it's just, yeah, it's not really. I've tried space games. I kind of get into them. There's a lot of different moving between quadrants and controlling different mechs and ships and things, and it's just I don't know. I've tried things like this before and I don't like them. Which I know sounds silly when I was spending hundreds of hours on Anno or Age of Empires, but I don't like them.
Yeah,
I tried to get into it, and it looks amazing, and
right.
I'd love to try it, but I won't buy it. Sorry, I'm just not
Mm,
into these things. Um,
yeah.
but
Unfortunately, I can't really help you out much on that as well because these things I really don't have time for.
yeah, no, he doesn't have time. He's even
I've
busier
got, I've
than
got,
me.
I've got the attention span in you know, and
Thanks
it
for spanning my
just
night, yeah. Um,
just the way and turn based thing, and
yeah, that's yeah,
it looks pretty, it looks lovely, but
yeah.
not for me,
No,
I'm
that's fair.
afraid.
That's fair. Not for me either. But if you do like it, that one's out on the 18th of June. The only thing I would say is I'm watching the trailer on Steam. There might be different ones, but I watched the trailer on Steam. It shows you the gameplay and what they look like and the graphics and everything, but it doesn't actually show you a lot of the sort of story play, what you do sort of thing, which is a bit annoying. Um, Maybe that's just me looking at it, but that's my opinion. I'm kind of reading about it, looking at it, and it doesn't actually seem to go into a lot of detail about what you do, apart from beating up baddies with
You
space-based
upgrade your
stuff.
ships and that. I think you upgrade your ships and that, and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But unfortunately, I don't
yeah.
have much of an inkling
Well,
for that kind of
if it
game.
does end up as like a ship upgrade management sim, basically,
Mm,
with
yeah,
turn-based combat, and stealth strategy, whatever, I I don't have time for them really. To be honest, I've tried them like I say, but I went off them. I don't really play them like RTS games, like Anno and Age of Empires are like, but management sims, upgrading your ship and battling, and I just don't have time for that. So, but 18th of June for that one, if you like it. Right, next one, and this is probably the most impressive one artistically. This one, it's
basically,
called
this looks fantastic.
yeah, it's called The Adventures of Elliot, the Millennium Tales.
Yes, and it's a upcoming action role playing game developed by Square Enix and Claytek Works, and it's
Yeah,
published by Square Enix for the
mm.
Nintendo Switch 2, PS5, Xbox X and S. So, how do we describe this?
I mean, it's basically Octopath Traveler, but it's not Octopath Traveler.
Yeah,
So basically, what it is, according to what I've read, is it's a team of developers who actually worked on Octopath Traveler 2, maybe, or 0 or something, and
mm,
they kind of broke off and made their own mini team, and they'll be working on this
mm,
project, and that's what this is. The Adventures of Elliot the Millennium Tales, and it looks like Octopath Traveler, so you can tell where the influence is from. But obviously, that they had changed well, the name and the characters and the locations, and but Square Enix have kept the game in their house, if you like. They're publishing it, they get the rights, whatever. So, um, but the game itself looks just fantastic. I mean, the art style and it's
Beautiful. It's lovely.
yeah, and these type of JRPG,
Mm,
JARPG, whatever you call it, you get
yeah.
loads of gameplay of them. I mean, Octopath Traveler, you can play for hundreds and hundreds of hours and
Yeah.
not
But
get
I'm
anywhere.
I'm just reading that it does not feature turn-based combat or a
Oh, is it
party
not?
system.
Oh, is it not?
No, instead the player fights enemies in real-time combat using 7 different weapon types such as swords, bows, chains, and sickles with different abilities and effects. A second player can control fight in co-op mode,
There's some
aiding in the
multiplayer, yeah.
battle with their own combat abilities, retrieving items and helping and navigating puzzles and platforming section.
Oh,
Elliot has a dash and warp which lets the player instantly teleport to files. I think
nice,
I'm
okay.
saying his name's location. Players can utilize Elliot's shield to block and parry enemy attacks and detonate bombs to unlock
Nice,
doorways
okay.
and walls. Elliot can be equipped with 2 weapons at any given time and freely switch between them in the battle. Treasure chests and dungeons and puzzle shrines contain magic fight fragments that can be used to enhance weapons and various additional effects. So that is unusual for this type of game,
It
not
is
having a turn
unusual, but
based.
it kind of makes it different as well, which, can
Yeah,
be a good thing.
definitely.
So it's
Definitely.
not the same as Octopath Traveler then,
No, no.
essentially.
Yeah,
Um,
I had to read in it more because for the looks of it, you think the way it's been put together, it does look like a turn-based kind of game. But I was like, that looks a bit too fast to be a turn-based kind of game, eh? For the middle,
yeah.
so I had a research on it, and yeah, so they're putting a new twist on this kind of 2D
Yeah, I mean, that's
art
a good thing,
style. Eh?
it needs to stand out on its own sort of thing.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Because I mean, they kind of games a ton of penny, yeah, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
it's you got that two-dimensional elements, and it really is. It does look really proud with the 3D
Oh, it does
environments
look
and that.
fantastic. We all love the sort of 2D HD
Mm,
graphics. They're just
yeah,
beautiful. They basically work in any game. Octopath Traveler, they did the HD Studio remakes of the Dragon Quest games.
mhm.
We've seen it in other things. They work well in everything. I think
Yeah, no, they
that's
definitely do that. Yeah.
it's just so pretty.
Mm.
And yeah, the game just sounds interesting. Like you say, the combat's different, and obviously the co-op's a nice touch and everything. It's kind of this like the same but not the same,
Definitely, definitely.
which is nice to look at.
Yeah.
Nice to look at, nice to play. I want to play it.
So I think it's going to be a bit more faster paced than the other ones, but yeah,
I think so. Octopath Traveler was very, very gentle until it wasn't, if that makes sense. Um,
yeah, definitely. That's it. Another good game for Switch 2 as well.
yeah,
Yeah, so yeah, if that's your kind of thing, definitely. I think it's one of the better games Square Enix are releasing, I think,
yeah. I
because you
mean,
know what Square Enix are like. They produce a game every fucking 2 weeks, man.
I
It
know there's
seems
stuff all the time.
sometimes. Yeah, but this one does look like could get a lot of
A
traction. And
quality game, yeah.
yeah, definitely.
It looks excellent. It's certainly
Definitely.
worth a try. So
Oh,
that was on the 18th of June, if you like that sort of
mm,
game. And I'll be watching keenly to see how it gets on, who plays it. I mean, Nick might
yeah.
play it. I know he loves these sort of things.
Mm.
He's a big fan, big supporter of Octopath Traveler. So I'm sure right into this. He sent me this one as well. He told me to look it up, and then he didn't come. So
He's a busy man as
yeah.
well.
But no.
Yeah.
Well, I asked him to,
You
and
got me here this month. What more do you need?
well, that's fair. I
Uh,
mean, what more could I possibly want than Busta Round,
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
But
Yeah,
anyway, right,
that
final.
comes out on the 18th.
Yes, 18th June for that one. But
Yes.
oh, long wait. Right, final game we've got this month is
Yeah, and it's a Switch 2 exclusive that might actually make me convinced to buy a Switch 2.
it might. This one's called Star Fox. And if you
Yeah.
recognise the name, that's because it's a reboot of a remake of a game from 1993, maybe?
Seven.
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 Okay.
Seven, right. So it's an upcoming 2026 rail shooter game by Nintendo. It's the first major Star Fox game since Star Fox Zero and a reboot of the series as a whole. It's the second remake, not remaster, remake of Star Fox 64 from 1997, which I remember playing and loving on my mate's Nintendo. It's, the main character is Fox McCloud.
Yes.
And he's the son of the late leader of the original Star Fox team, James McCloud. Leads the new Star Fox team in a mission to stop the evil mad
Love it.
scientist Dr. Andros from destroying the
Dr.
Lylat system.
Adderall.
And this looks really, really
It does look
incredible.
like they've done a really good job. With
And all
the characters
yeah,
have been touched up and the gameplay and it just looks
humor,
fab and the
and
sound.
have the humour, and it takes me back well,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say my childhood, but my teenage years at least. And it's just, it's like bring a new generation to, like, if we've got any young listeners, their mum and dad played it. Your dad played this.
Probably your dad, your granddad, whatever, yeah.
Yeah. It looks very, very pretty, and it looks pretty good. And
It's
it's
got
very
the
exciting.
it's got the sort of HD touch up, if you like, though, because
Mhm.
obviously it was an older game. It's been remade and re-released and whatever.
Yeah.
But this is like a definitive touch up re-release, I think.
I think they're starting off again. It's a reboot as
Yeah.
well, so
Uh,
I expect to see sequels if this is successful,
yeah.
which I think it will be. The Switch 2's came out strong this month with a lot of
Yeah, a
games.
couple of games,
Uh,
a lot of exclusives coming up soon. You've got the new
mhm,
Pokemon next year and everything, and new Mario
mhm,
games and things. So
yeah.
a lot of
And
stuff.
this game looks really pretty as well. I'm watching a bit of the gameplay
It does. I mean, it's
video.
got like the characters look really well. I say well designed. You know what I mean? They look very
Yeah.
colourful, well drawn, and everything. The cutscenes are good. The combat looks smooth. I like the ship design and the panels that move about and things. I just like everything
Mhm.
about it. Um,
You can still do your barrel rolls and your somersaults that
yeah,
you used
lots
to
of
do.
manoeuvring. Um, but yeah, it's sort of aerial combat. A little bit like uh, an Ace Combat thing. Not the same,
Yeah.
obviously, but
No, it's not. It's not like a simulation of
that
that.
sort of area of gameplay. So yeah, if you like that and you're wondering what it is, that's what this is. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, like John says, you play as a fox, and your team's made up of animals basically. There's a
Yeah.
rabbit, and I think there's a frog, and
So
it's all
it's
of it.
like an eagle or falcon or something. I can't remember which one it is.
It's got
And
like
while you're fighting with the original one, they would talk to you and
mhm.
come up with messages and that. And I think they've got the same kind of thing there. And
Yeah, it feels
hopefully,
like it's got a bit of a comedy element running through it.
it does. It
It's not
does.
it's not a
Well,
funny
I think it
game,
will.
but it's
No,
got
but
things happen that are funny, you know.
yeah, entertaining characters will say things or stuff like that.
Yeah,
But anyone old enough to remember the OG Star Fox will be very, very pleased to see this
excited
getting
by
done.
this. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely. And, I'm not really, I didn't get enough chance to play my console just now, but I mean, I would like to get
yeah,
a Switch 2 and play this, get my hands on a Switch 2 and play
yeah. Johnny,
this.
what you need to do, right, is you need to quit your job and find out a way to make money by playing games. That's what you need to do.
Well, I'd love to. I'd love to. Unfortunately, they don't want me being a whiny bitch like I
I
could
know
be
it's hard.
against animal and
Life's hard, you know. Life's hard.
setting my ways with gaming there, So
Yeah, fair
yeah,
enough.
but I definitely that is one to watch
Uh,
for. And I mean, I'm sure Andy will maybe buy this one
yeah,
definitely.
at some point. I mean, I don't normally play games like this, but I'll probably try it because it looks really good. Um, Obviously, I need to get a Switch 2 as well. I've currently got a Switch 1, Switch original.
Yeah.
But,
But you could buy us all Switch twos and
yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
yeah, definitely,
No, I mean,
definitely.
Andy's got a Switch 2, but the rest of us, yeah. Um,
Yeah, yeah, we don't.
but, yeah, I probably will get one at some point because I've got other games coming on that I want to play. Dave the Diver's getting a collector's edition box, which I want to buy, and that's only on the Switch 2.
Yeah,
There's also another one I've pre-ordered. We discussed it a while ago. It's called Darwin's Paradox. It's getting a boxed collector's edition release thing. It's only on Switch 2. And then there will be other games, obviously the new Pokemon games and Mario and whatever that I want to play. So I will get one
these
eventually.
collector boxes. You're getting right into these collector boxes, Mikey. Here,
Well, some of our listeners, if you're young enough to remember when PC games came in like a big box, cardboard box with a fold-out sleeve or whatever. Obviously, the era of that is kind of over, but they are still out there. If you look for them, you can find.
yeah.
There's a few.
Used to get on consoles as well. I had a few in my time.
Yeah,
You
consoles.
know.
I've been buying up a few for the Switch. I've got a few for PC, but mostly for Switch. So I'm maybe gonna do some unboxing videos or something.
Mm.
But I need to maybe find a camera. I don't have a camera. I've got my webcam, which is not really working, and then I've got my. I found an old camera and I looked up how many megapixels it had, right, on Google. How many megapixels do you think it has? I looked up on Google. It has a grand total of 3.2 megapixels. That's all it has.
My phone has a better one.
I know that's what I said to Mum. I said phones nowadays are better than that.
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
but yeah, that's something I would like to do.
Mm.
So I've got the Dredge Collector's Edition box, which I will show off at some point.
Mm.
I got Clive and Wrench, which is a platformer for the Switch. I've got Outbound, which is the camper van game you slagged off.
Yeah.
I've also got Simon the Sorcerer, if anyone remembers that. This one's a sort of soft reboot origin story thing. It's called Simon the Sorcerer Origins.
Yeah.
Yes, so I'd quite like to play that. And then just recently I got something called the Anno 117 Pax Romana Governor's Edition. And that's a massive box of the PC game, which I already own, but, well, and I'll do that at some point. And then I've got a couple on pre-order, a couple coming and things, but that's what I've got so far. And then I've got the Altars and House Flipper 2 as well. So they are out there somewhere. Not as many, but you can find them if you look in the right places. Um, I am trying to get my hands on the Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced one.
See, that game could.
That comes out next month. I want the collector's edition box, but it's all been nicked by bloody scalpers and shit, which I just can't
Yeah.
be bothered with. Because it's going to be incredibly popular, I think that's the reason.
Yeah, it will be. Black Flag is the last great Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah, a lot of people thought and still think that it's the best one. No,
It's
I
up
never.
there, yeah.
Yeah, I never played it, but it looks amazing, and
Mm.
obviously the game, and then obviously the improvements they've made in terms of graphics and adding an extra character or side missions, getting the DLC included. It all looks really good, so I'd love to play it, and I'd love to own the big box.
Yeah.
If I can find a copy. um,
So if there's any listeners out there that want to gift Mikey just email us on gamertalksquestions@gmail.com and
yeah,
he'll happily accept it. Or
Yeah.
if you want to give us a question either as well, that would be
Yeah,
fine.
send the question, and then if it's hard enough, Johnny will ignore it. That's what
Yeah.
we'll do.
So
Or maybe
I,
it can be a request to play something.
yes, definitely.
Yeah, Johnny was, he's not done one in a while, but he was doing his challenges on YouTube.
Yeah.
So if anyone's got an idea for a challenge that you want him to play that's on the PlayStation Plus thing, what level have you got? Is it the premium one?
No, it's the one below. It's
Oh, the mid one, the
the
extra
middle
or
one, the
something.
mid
Yeah.
one, extra.
So if you've got anything
Yeah.
that's available on that level, then let him know.
Yeah, definitely.
Um,
But there was a thing that I'm looking into, so I just bought myself an NVIDIA Shield Pro streaming box.
okay, right.
And you can actually stream games on it, PC games on it.
All right, okay.
But I think I've got to buy a subscription for it, so I'm looking into it. I
So wait a minute,
might, I might get that.
is that like a handheld thing then, like a PSP or a
No, no,
Steam
no.
Deck?
No. It's an NVIDIA Pro. It's basically the most advanced streaming box. It's like a Fire Stick, but it's an actual box.
All right, okay, I get you.
It's a TV streaming box. It's got a thing called NVIDIA Pro, NVIDIA Go or something, and
So,
you can stream all the top games on it.
ah, so what do you do? Just plug it into a device and it has all its
No,
software on
it's
it.
connected up to my TV already.
All
I
right,
just
okay.
got to connect my PlayStation controller to it, and
All
I
right, okay.
can.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's a live server saying it costs money, so I'm
Okay.
waiting till I'm a bit more flush and I might try it out
Yeah.
to see what it's like. But yeah,
Yeah.
because obviously I can't afford a gaming PC just now till after I get married. So
No, no, all this stuff costs money, a lot of money.
exactly. Yeah.
Even things like console games, the PlayStation cost a lot of money now, you know?
Hmm. Yeah,
Um,
huh? No, definitely. That's why I'm not going to get a PS6.
no, I think a lot of people are maybe in that boat because it's just going to be too expensive for what it is. I mean, the
It's not.
price.
It's not exactly, and it's not that much a big jump. Like the
No,
PS4 to PS5, it's been a jump, but not massively, and it's not been supported as much with the software,
no.
like the games and that. So I wasn't too impressed. So I am next year, let's say after the wedding, looking at getting a gaming
Yeah,
PC.
the wedding's. When is it? The 1st of July, you said? 1st of August.
First of August.
Yeah,
First of
so,
August.
1st of August, Johnny is getting married, so big congratulations to him.
Thank you.
And then after that, he can look at some nice new gaming
Get the
equipment.
PC, yeah, and then get on the PC gaming with you boys, because I miss
Yeah,
you on a lot of games because I can't
yeah, I think Johnny
play
wants to.
software.
There's a lot of free stuff, obviously, demo things, but
Yeah.
multiplayer games, we play games like Repo, and then the guys that have been playing Lord of the Rings Return to Moria, which is like a Lord of the Rings themed Minecraft type game. You know, you go underground, you mine, you construct, you sleep in your bed, all that stuff. Which I didn't like, but they do. And then there's a lot of other multiplayer games, obviously games like Delta Force and things. Are they only on PC? Is Delta Force only PC or is it on consoles now?
Stuff like Repo and games like
Yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
and
Yeah,
they're only available on console, and you guys all play together. But I
yeah.
can't
No,
join
no,
in
it's
because
a shame. It's a shame, really.
yeah,
But yeah, the more games we have, we can all play, the better.
yeah,
Because at the moment,
definitely.
the only one we can all play is the Outlast Trials.
Well, yeah, and even then we can't all play it because it's only a 4 player.
Yeah, exactly. So we can't.
So
We can't really
yeah,
all get on. But yeah,
yeah,
Repo. I played it once with Nick and a bunch of friends and Andy, so there was like 7 of us there. So you can play
Mhm. Yeah, and
lots of
there's
people on
loads.
it.
There's loads of games like that on PC, not as much on console.
Yeah.
So
There's another one
yeah,
called Peak, which is
mm,
like you've basically got to scale a mountain,
mm,
but you can't just climb up it with hooks and things. You've got to find paths and bits you can walk up and things like that. And then if you just miss a bit, you just fall off. It's quite funny.
that sounds good fun.
It is good fun. And then even on the approach, you've got to like, jump between rocks and put down rope ladders and things. So it's good
Yeah,
fun. But it requires a bit of critical thinking as well.
But that's not my strongest point, thinking.
No. Well, it's not mine either, to be fair. But
Yeah.
anyway, before we go, I'd like to share a realization I had with you, Joy. So do you remember? Yeah. Do you remember in Burnout 3 how you got? You did the crash chunks and you saved up money and you unlocked some vehicles. Yeah.
Vaguely.
Yeah, well, one of those vehicles, I think it was the sixth one you unlocked or something, was called the B-Team van. Yeah? And at the time, I didn't think much of it, but the name kind of stuck with me over the years because obviously it's so close to the A-Team van. And just a few weeks ago, I was sitting thinking about it. I was thinking, well, did they name it B-Team van because they couldn't use the A-Team name? Maybe, IP infringement, whatever. So I looked it up, and it turns out that the B-Team van is actually a parody of the A-Team van. So basically it looks the same, but it's just not called the A-Team van, which I thought was pretty cool. So you basically got the A-Team van.
Yeah, I never thought of that.
Yeah, so you basically got the A-Team van in Burnout 3, except it's not called the A-Team van. Yeah, so I thought
I ain't getting that plain food.
Yeah, so it's like, how funny is that to have an Easter egg in a game and like you don't realise till 23 years later? That's brilliant. I thought brilliant. Because Burnout 3 was 2003, I think, when it originally released. I'm sure it was. Because I had it on PlayStation 2 and it was like one of my favourite games. Well, it's one of the best games ever, but.
Because I remember the 18 TV series. That's how old I am.
Oh, bloody hell, okay. Right, well.
Yeah.
But,
right, I think on that note that now you've depressed us. Depressed me.
With my van knowledge.
No, you impressed me with that, but you depressed me with realising how fucking old I am, because some of our listeners will not get who they
are. I mean, time flies, to be fair, even when you think it's going slow, it's going fast, and,
Yeah.
Anyway, we will leave it there, so thank you for being here, Busta. Lovely to talk to you.
Yeah, well, I missed the last one, so I'm definitely... Well, no, I was here for half the last one.
You were. And then you were here and then you disappeared. And then, unfortunately, the rest of the guys, commiserations to them for missing this exciting episode.
Yes, and I hope we done our best to keep you
entertained
on the games that aren't mine or your forte. These ones, they're more Pookie and Andy's.
Yeah, but Pookie sent me a few of them. I thought Andy would like them, and then he turned up, and yeah.
Thank you for tuning in. Remember all our links: Gamer Talks YouTube, Gamer Talks Stream on Twitch. You got High Arcade on Twitch, that's Andy, and you got Geographic Cactus on Twitch. Pookie's not really streaming, and Dunkster P on YouTube as well.
High Arcade should be streaming more after Tuesday.
Yeah, so drop by and say hello. Any questions, requests for games, we've said it before, Gamer Talk questions@gmail.com. And I should be streaming and uploaded to YouTube the James Bond game in the coming week or two.
Excellent. I want to see more of that.
So if you want to join me, just drop by. You got Gamer Talks on X, where we keep you updated. And as Pookie would say, keep the toxicity to a minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we shall leave it there. We'll be back next one, hopefully, with a full
team.
Yeah.
Yes. So till the next time, peace out.
Thank you for listening, and bye bye.